Starting with the AK on the light. Chest shots coming in at under a second. And headshots on the light with the AK. About half a second, just under. Looking at optimal range here. Looks like under 31. Yep. Alright, moving on to the medium. Chest shots first. Coming in at over a second. So almost a second and a half. Headshots under a second on the medium for the AK. Moving to the heavy chest. Coming in at just under 2 seconds. Heavy headshots with the AK. That's just over a second. Here's your breakdown. Next is the CL40. And we are experimenting here. So 2 shots to kill yourself point blank, just so you know. It looks like 1 second for the light. And just under 2 seconds for a medium. And then the heavy. Coming in at just under 3 seconds. It's actually not bad. Just gotta be careful with that self-damage. Coming up next is the dual blade. Starting with the light. At just over a second. And the medium, 2 seconds. Moving on to the heavy with the double blade. 3 seconds. Probably the worst weapons on medium, to be honest. That's just my opinion. Moving on to the Famas here on the light chest. Just under a second. And the headshots are half a second. Medium chest shots with the Famas. 1 second, 14. So just under a second for headshots. Pretty damn good, to be honest. And then 1.5 seconds, almost 2 seconds for the heavy chest, and then heavy headshots over a second. So this is about the same as the FCAR, which we are going to take a look at right now. Chest shots on the light, just under a second, and then headshots about just over half a second. Looking at optimal range here. It looks like just under 36. 4, 5. Yeah, 6 shots now. So under 36. I didn't do that for the Famas because it was just way too hard. So my apologies. Chest shots on the medium. Just over a second. Again, really close to the Famas. And then headshots. Just under a second for the medium. Chest shots for the heavy on the FCAR is just under 2 seconds. And then headshots again, very close to the Famas, just over a second there. And here's your breakdown. And then we will move over to the model. Looks like we're about a second to kill a light, 2 shells. And the range on this thing is, I mean, let's be honest, it's a bit ridiculous for a shotgun, but just under 23 meters. And again, 1 second, 2 shots for the medium, just same as the light. And then the heavy, 1 more shell, about 2 seconds. So you can take a look there. 1 second for both light and medium, 2 seconds for the heavy. Pretty damn good weapon. And the pike, under, even faster. And much yeah, half a second for the light. I mean, this thing's optimal range too is pretty far. It's over 50 meters. Best under 52. Very good weapon here. Probably a little overtuned, even after the nerf. Second 16 for the chest shots, and then the head. Under a second. We're going for chest shots here. Just under 2 seconds for the heavy on the pike. Pike headshots, just over 1 second, almost a second and a half. Here's your breakdown. This is probably the best range weapon on medium right now. And the 357, chest shots under a second for the light, and then headshots pretty damn quick, half a second. And if you want to do 2 chest with a melee, you're under a second, and then headshot with a melee under half a second. Optimal range for this thing, pretty sure it's 40, oh, just under 39. So yeah, almost 40 meters. Pretty damn good range for a pistol. Obviously it's a Magnum, so. Second and a half for the chest shots on the medium, and then 3 plus melee, just under a second and a half, and then about a half second for headshots. And heavy. I was surprised, 5 full shots, so you gotta hit almost all your shots to kill that heavy. And then just under a second for headshots. And yeah, so chest plus melee is pretty good, to be honest. 1 second, just over 1 second for the shield on the light, and then 2 seconds for the shield on the medium, and then just about 3 seconds for the heavy. And that'll do it, guys. Again, thank you very much. Anything you need, let me know in the comments.